Sisters of Leviathan, the wire twins' origin. Leviathans, handmaidens of exquisite torment, once two flawless sisters in their human form, now twisted reflections of desire and agony. They were beauty incarnate, mirror images who lived for admiration, feeding on the gaze of others and the illusion of perfection. But vanity is a hunger the world can't satisfy, and their pursuit of more led them to the dark heart of the Labyrinth. One was a centerfold idol, a worshipper at the altar of the beauty myth, forever chasing flawlessness, forever falling short. It was the box that called to her, promising transcendence. She opened it, seeking freedom from the mirror's cruel judgment. What she found was Leviathan's truth, that flesh is a canvas and pain the brush. Now reborn as the wire twins, they no longer seek validation. They extract it from the screams of their victims. Together, they explore the sacred art of suffering, each torment a ritual, every incision a prayer. Their eternity is bound in sisterhood and sin, seduction and mutilation, servants not of lust, but of the deeper pleasures that only pain can reveal. They are no longer worshippers of beauty, they are its punishment. How did their journey lead them to become cenobites? The wire twins are Leviathan's exquisite masterpieces of torment, sisters fused in flesh, bound by blood, and reborn through agony. Once mortal twins lured by forbidden curiosity and the seductive promise of something beyond sensation, they dared to unlock the secrets of the Labyrinth. What awaited them was not salvation, but transformation. No longer human, their bodies were meticulously reworked into instruments of desire and destruction. Wire pierces their flesh like embroidery, sculpting their pain into something almost divine. In the endless corridors of hell, they move in perfect sync, a mirrored dance of seduction and sadism. Two beings, one mind, eternally indulging in the sacred rites of flesh and suffering. They are not just cenobites. They are Leviathan's living gospel, whispering that pleasure is pain and salvation lies in surrender. What's their physical appearance? True to their namesake, the wire twins' appearance is dominated by intricate, cruelly embedded metal wires. Their cenobite attire is minimal and provocative, exposing their mutilated bodies in grotesque detail. Their stomachs are held open by taut wires, flesh peeled back as though inviting pain. They are completely bald, but instead of hair, thin metal strands sprout from the tops of their heads, weaving together like living wire. Their eyes are pulled into narrow slits by wires stretched from their temples, giving them a cold, emotionless gaze. From their foreheads, at the former hairline, more wires emerge and entwine with those already sprouting from their scalps, creating a crown of torment. Their chins are tethered to the collars of their bra-like restraints by thin wire strands, keeping their heads unnaturally upright in a posture of forced elegance. Beyond their grotesque modifications, their tongues are long, black, and serpentine, tools of both sadistic pleasure and torture. These extensions are used to seduce and punish, capable of delivering unspeakable acts of oral torment, whether through fellatio, cunnilingus, or analingus, acts turned ritualistic under their control. Carved into the flesh on the sides of their heads are mysterious symbols, unique to each twin. One bears a sickle-like marking flanked by two dots, one near the handle and another centered within the curve. The other wears a larger sickle symbol, pierced by a harsh, straight line that cuts through and connects at the end, sigils that likely mark their transformation or allegiance to Leviathan. The wire twins are not just cenobites, they are living art, crafted by pain, adorned in agony, and perfected in the image of hell's desire. As their appearance implies, the wire twins may be the most overtly sensual of all cenobites. While every cenobite embodies the fusion of pain and pleasure, unable to separate torment from ecstasy, the wire twins seem especially attuned to the carnal, drawn to the raw, physical indulgence of flesh. Their every movement, every act of violence, carries an undertone of seductive ritual, making their brand of suffering uniquely intimate and disturbingly erotic. Movie appearance. In HELLRAISER, Inferno, 2000. The wire twins are two of the most visually disturbing and symbolically important cenobites. They appear as identical, bald female figures with pale, mutilated skin. Their faces are pulled back with thin wires that stretch their flesh unnaturally, giving them a grotesque yet oddly seductive appearance. Their bodies are pierced and exposed, mixing sensuality with horror, which reflects the core HELLRAISER theme of pain and pleasure being indistinguishable. They appear during one of Detective Joseph Thorne's descent sequences, a moment that blurs the line between reality and hallucination. In this scene, Joseph finds himself in a dark, surreal brothel-like setting. The wire twins approach him seductively, their movements slow and deliberate, luring him in with the promise of pleasure. But as he surrenders to temptation, their true nature reveals itself. The seduction turns into horror as they begin to mutilate and torture him with sharp objects and hooks, tearing into his flesh in a calm, methodical manner. Their attack is not simply physical, it is symbolic of Joseph's internal corruption. Throughout the film, he is portrayed as a deeply flawed man, adulterous, manipulative, and morally bankrupt. The wire twins act as manifestations of his own guilt and repressed desires. Their duality mirrors his own internal conflict, the mask of control and success hiding the chaos beneath. The pleasure he seeks, whether through sex, drugs, or power, turns into the very force that destroys him. Though their screen time is limited, the wire twins leave a lasting impact. They don't speak, yet their presence is deeply psychological. They embody the message of Inferno, that the true hell is not a place, but a reckoning with one's own sins. The wire twins strip away Joseph's illusions, showing him that the torment he experiences is of his own making. In a film focused on psychological horror more than traditional gore, their appearance is a nightmarish reminder that every indulgence comes with a price, and that hell often wears the face of desire. In the twisted architecture of hell, where agony and ecstasy are one and the same, the wire twins stand as Leviathan's most seductive instruments of torment. Once seekers of beauty and sensation, they now exist beyond humanity, eternally entwined in sisterhood, cruelty, and carnal ritual. Their presence is a chilling reminder that the pursuit of pleasure, when taken too far, can open doors that should remain closed. And once opened, some desires never let go. They only pull you deeper into the wire-laced embrace of the labyrinth.